morning to all my dear students. Welcome back to English class. Hope you all are fine. And today we'll be continuing with the part 3 of adjectives. And another happy thing is that we're going to complete this chapter. Are you all happy? Yes. Okay, so let's have a recap. I hope you remember what we studied. We learned about different kinds of adjectives. Why I'm repeating this is because it is very important to remember these 7 kinds. Okay, we'll be having this for the test as well. And then we learned in depth about adjectives of quality, adjectives of quantity, adjectives of number, possessive adjectives, and interrogative adjectives. Now we just have 2 more adjectives pending, that is distributive adjectives and demonstrative adjectives. Okay, I'll give you a few examples and then I'll teach you which are these adjectives. Okay, before that, as always, I want you all to take out your homework book as well as a pen so that you can take down lecture notes. After you complete watching this video and after you take down the lecture notes, send a photo of it to my number. Okay, so let's see a few examples. This book is mine. That teacher teaches me English. Can you see these words are, it has a different font, so just have an eye on that. Okay, this book, that teacher. Then next one, I like this movie. Then those children speak English. Again, those is highlighted. These clothes are wet. Again, these, again, it's highlighted. Okay, when you look at these example, what did you understand? You all would have learned in your small age, right? That is during UKG, LKG, teachers would have taught you when to use this, that, those, and these. Yes or no? When the teacher teaches you, she tells, when you have to look at the book, this book is mine, you point at that book. When you have to say that teacher, you have to something far, you point it, right? And see, when you say this movie, those children, you look or you point out something. So the first point, by just looking at the example, we understood that it points out the person or thing. See, this is a thing. Book is a thing. Teacher is a person. Movie thing. Children, clothes. All these are related to person or thing. So first point is it points out the person or thing. Next thing, what did we realize? Now, in this, is there a noun in the sentence? Yes. Book is a noun in the sentence. Teacher is a noun. I like this movie. Movie is a noun. Those children is a noun. These clothes are wet. Clothes, that's also noun. So we understood that these highlighted words are there, right? It is coming next to the noun. For sure, in all these examples we understood. It is next. So we understood one more point. It is always placed next to the noun. Okay, so it's one type of adjective. It is always placed next to noun, and the first point is it always points out the person or thing. Next, one more thing. Which, now it answers the question. Next one is it answers the question which. Let's see whether it is answering or not. This book is mine. Which book is mine? This book. So again, it's answering the question which. That teacher teaches me English. Which teacher? Again, you're looking and pointing out and saying that teacher teaches me English. Very good. I like this movie. Which movie do you like? I like this movie. Again, you're pointing out and saying this movie. Those children speak French. Which children speak French? Those children. Okay, again your point. So it answers the question which. These clothes are wet. Let me ask the question and see. Which clothes are wet? These clothes. Again you're pointing out and answering to the question saying these clothes are wet. So when all these, see, these are the highlighted points. When all these come, it's called as demonstrative adjectives. Okay, this is the 6th kind of adjective, that is demonstrative adjectives. Okay, these are the examples. So first one is it always points out the person or thing. Second thing, it's placed next to the noun. See, this is the noun. It is always next to the, no other word should be there in between these two. Okay, next, answers the question which, as I read out all the questions that will come from this. Okay, whichever questions you ask, you can answer to it. So it is called as demonstrative. Demonstrative, always remember, you demonstrate and show, you point out and show, that is demonstrative adjectives. Clear? Please write it down. Now let me summarize what is demonstrative adjective. First thing is, see, demonstrate, this is like you have to write the meaning of definition. When I ask you, this is what you're supposed to write. Demonstrative adjectives are special adjectives which are, this is the main things you have given in a different form, used to point at a person or thing. So always remember, first point is used to point at a person or thing. Okay, second thing is Commonly used demonstrative adjectives are, see if you remember these, see this, that, those, and these are the most commonly used demonstrative adjectives. Okay, that is the second point. Third point is demonstrative adjectives are always placed before the noun. As we saw in the previous example, this book is mine. So all these, see this, that, those, and these, it should come just before the noun. Only then you can understand that it is demonstrative adjectives. And the last point is it answers the question which. See, so if it, see, whenever you're looking at an adjective and if it is related to all these four, then you can highlight and say that it is a demonstrative adjective. Clear, children? Is it clear to you all? Good. Now, let's move to the last kind of adjective. So, write it down. Each child has a special talent. Now, in this sentence, which is a noun? See, child is a noun. Yes or no? Each child has a special talent. So, in this, child is a noun. Before child, what is a each? That is called a distributive adjective. It is quite tricky. See, where we were not saying one child. Each child has a special talent means each and every student in the class. Okay, when you're telling each and everything, don't you think each and every child has a special talent? So each and every one. So the word each will come under distributive. Means you're separately telling, but you're not collectively telling all children have a special talent, but you're saying each child has a special talent, and it comes before the noun. It is a different type, that is distributive adjective. One more sentence, slowly we'll go into, don't get confused. Okay, again similar example, each student has a brother or a sister. In this, which is the noun? Even brother and sister, but here you see student is a noun. Next to that, each means every student has a brother or sister, means all the students. So instead of saying all the students have brother and sister, when there is a sentence which says each student, that is a distributive adjective. You're distributing it. Okay, distributive adjective. Next one. Okay, so these are distributive. This is the seventh type. Okay, one more example. Either student stays with parents or children. See, whenever you use either, or will be there. Okay, what is the meaning? Either student stays with parents or children means some students stay with parents and some students stay with grandparents. Okay, that is the meaning. Either means both. Okay, it's divided. Again, distributing and saying few students stay with parents and few students stays with grandparents. Okay, so in this, student is a noun, as we know, and either, see next to the noun it's coming either is also a distributive adjective. Next one, again, every student has scored well in exam. Every student means all the students. Instead of saying all is like a collective word, but here again you're distributive and saying it's like separating it and saying by saying every student means. So we can say in our Maruna school all the students scored very good marks, right? So we can say every student has scored well in exam, means each and every one. So again, the word every is a distributive adjective. Last one, neither team won the match. In this, team is the noun. Okay, I have not highlighted now. So see, just a last example, team is the noun, and neither team won the match means none of the teams, means no teams won the match. So neither is used in a negative sentence, either is used in a positive sentence. Okay, either means both sets. Okay, but neither means none of the teams won the match. Clear? So even neither, see, you can, this is highlighted, neither is also a distributive adjective. Clear? Let's have a summary. Don't get confused. First one, an adjective, write it down, an adjective that qualifies members of a group separately instead of collectively is called distributive adjective. Distributive, always remember, you're distributing the work, means separately giving the work. Okay, so remember the word, see, qualifies members of a group separately. Always remember, separately instead of collectively. As I told you, than saying all the students score well, when you see every student scored well, every, again separating and saying, that's why it's called distributive adjective. So remember this definition, an adjective that qualifies members of a group separately instead of collectively is called distributive adjectives. Next one, commonly used, always remember only these. Okay, each, every, either, and neither. When you come across these words which are placed next to nouns, always remember it is distributive adjectives. Okay, now distributive adjectives are usually used with singular nouns, student, every student, like that. So usually, not always, it is usually, most of the time it comes with singular nouns. Okay, did you understand now, children? Is there any confusion? Please make a note of these 3 points. Okay, or if you would come across these 3 points, it is a distributive adjective. Clear? Now let's have a summary of the entire chapter. Okay, we learned about the adjectives, different kinds of adjectives. Yes or no? See, this one, what I'm going to teach you, if you remember that properly, that is more than enough to understand the whole chapter. First one we learned adjectives of quality. So examples I've given: good, wealthy, it's telling about the quality. Okay, he's a clever boy. Then round, all that is a adjective of quality. It answers the question what kind. Okay, so always remember, whenever you have a doubt, ask the question what kind. It is the answers the question what kind, adjectives of quality. Next thing, adjectives of quantity. Quantity means there's no specific number to it, just saying, for example, all students, I didn't eat any bread, little water, I drank little water, much, some, I ate some rice. All these comes under adjectives of quantity. Okay, so it answers the question how much. How much did you eat? I ate little rice. Okay, so that answers the question how much. Second one. Third one is adjectives of number. Okay, always remember, even several will come under adjectives of number. Okay, first, second, all numbers means all kind of numbers will come under adjectives of number. Okay, mainly when you ask how many pens do you have? I have 3 pens. So that 3 is the adjective of number. Next thing is demonstrative. We learned today, right? Demonstrative adjective. So what all comes? Example. Remember these 4 examples. Okay, this, that, those, these. Okay, answers the question which book is mine? This book is mine. So you're pointing out that is demonstrative adjectives. Okay, next, interrogative adjectives we learned in the previous class. It asks a question, right? So which, WH questions. Interrogation means always question mark will be there. Which, what, who, whose, how much, all these will come under interrogative adjectives, and it should be placed next to nouns. Next one, distributive adjectives we learned it just now, that is each, every, either, neither. All these 4 words you remember, that is distributive adjectives. And the last one we learned possessive adjectives, that is you're showing a position towards it, your relationship. This is my saree, this is my mother, this is her frock, it is our pet, your pen. Okay, all these showing person, its without apostrophe. Okay, it's okay. Next, answers the question whose. Okay, which question is it? Whose. So once again, on what kind, it is adjectives of quality. How much, that is adjectives of quantity. How many, that is adjectives of number. Answers the question which, that is demonstrative adjective. Answers the question whose, that is possessive adjectives, and the other 2 are distributive and interrogative adjectives. Clear? So this picture you write and learn it many times. Everything is included in this. Okay, all the 3 video summaries are in this, and then you go through a few examples. You'll be completely set to understand adjectives, kinds of adjectives. Okay, students, and the last thing which is pending is home assignment. Okay, students, so this is the home assignment. Please make a note of it. I'll read it out for you. He is a clever boy. I have several pens. Those mangoes are mine. Which dress do you like? Every person will meet his end. He ate some rice. That is my saree. Okay, so what is your home assignment? Underline the adjective in each sentence and mention the type of adjectives. Okay, so here there are different, in each and every sentence there are certain adjectives hidden. He's a clever boy, so there are certain adjectives hidden in each these 7 sentences. You need to underline the adjective that you come across and mention which adjective it belongs to, which type of adjective. See, all the 7 types of adjectives, I mentioned it here. So underline each and tell which it is. Understood? Underline one word and say which adjective it is. Is it clear? So by tomorrow you need to send me your lecture notes as well as this home assignment to my number. Okay, students, we are done with adjectives. Take care. Have a nice day. Thank you. Bye-bye.